Finding the right stocks to invest in is not a question that can be answered for everyone. It's about finding the stocks that align with your interest, your knowledge, and your expertise. This is what Warren Buffett refers to as the area of competence. And if you're able to find this area of competence for yourself, you're going to be able to avoid so many investment mistakes and make great investment decisions as a result. But the question is, how do you find this area of competence and types of stocks to invest in for yourself? And today, I'm going to explain in detail how it is that you can do this. In the stock market, there are thousands of stocks that you could invest in. At the same time, there's different industries and sectors that you can look at, but one of the easiest ways to figure out your sweet spot is to right off the bat eliminate all the sectors and industries that you don't understand and have no interest about. So for example, personally, the drug companies as well as the hospitality industry companies, I have no interest in those areas and I don't think I could assess those companies well. So right away, you can get rid of those very, very fast. Now, after you eliminate all those sectors and all those industries that you're not interested in, guess what? You're gonna be left with the list where you still have to make a decision. From here, the key is to look at the sectors and industries that you think with enough time and research, you can make a better investment decision than other people. Keep in mind that when you start to look at making this decision, some of the things that you're gonna need to analyze for every company that you look to invest in is the management, the company, the financials, the industry. So keep this in mind so that way you can narrow down the list further and pick the right industry and sector for you. Another way to look at this is to look at the intersection of these different factors. So first, what do you talk about all the time? Second, what are you interested and passionate about? Third, what do you currently have expertise or have done work of? Fourth, what are products and services that you currently understand really well and use on a daily basis? When you find the intersection between these different factors, that's when you really find and narrow the list down so that you pick the best industry or the best sector for you. So for me personally, I realized that I really like business, I really like technology, and I really like software. So I put this together along with my work experience working as a financial analyst in real estate. And guess what? Now I'm only looking at a couple of different industries. First, I'm looking at real estate companies. Most importantly, I'm looking at technology, and not just all technology companies, but software companies. And this helps me so that whenever I analyze a specific company, I already understand the industry. I already understand how companies are using that product or service. And this gives me an advantage that allows me to find whether or not a particular company may be undervalued, overvalued, or fairly valued. Now, if you're just starting out in life as an investor, one of the best things that you can do is right away to pick one area that you think you'd be interested in and start doing research on it. See if you like the topic. See what the top companies in that industry or sector are doing. And one of the best ways in which you can do this is to read the company's annual reports as well as industry reports. One last point that I want to leave you with is to not feel like you're locked into a particular industry or sector. As life goes on and you develop new expertise, new interests, you may want to look at changing your area of competence or the areas or sectors where you invest in, because as that changes, then your ability to make better investment decisions in a new industry can be greatly improved, which means that it makes sense to change to that particular sector or type of company in the future. Now you know how it is that you can find your area of competence and the types of stocks that make sense for you to invest in based on your particular circumstances. So be sure to use this information, invest in those companies where you have an advantage of understanding and knowing whether or not a particular company is a good investment. And then over time, you're going to be very glad that you did this exercise. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.